Everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. Powered by SoundWeb Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia Missing. Available on Amazon, coming soon. Missing 2 by Mia Molson-Zia. Coming soon to Amazon. Double the suspense, double the fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Illuminati, Think Tank of the Future. The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, now on Amazon. And High 10 Music, check out the latest at high10music.com. He's back about Popular Man, electric violinist, guitarist for Kansas, and the lead singer and violinist of Stratospheres. And he was hailed by critics as the Jimi Hendrix of the violin. He worked with The Who, Bruce Springsteen, and Sheryl Crow, and also 50 Cent, Richie Blackmore, and a lot more. He also formed the Grand Canyon School of Rock. And last time we talked, he was on Behind the Curtain live at Prague Stock, and also A Game of Chicken. We'll talk about that. He's got a new project out there, which is Impostor. Live, ladies and gentlemen, at Plus Studios, somewhere in the United States, the electric violinist, guitarist for Kansas, and also the lead singer and violinist of Stratospheres, back by Pop Demand. He is the imposter, or is he really imposter? Ladies and gentlemen, back by Pop Demand, the multi-talented Joe Deninzon. Joe, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us once again.
Good day to you, sir. Thanks for having me, Mike. Great to be on your show, as always.
Well, it's great to be back as well, too. Yes, that's right. so last time we had you on, you're electric violinist, guitarist for Kansas, lead singer, violinist for Stratospheres. You hailed by critics as Jimi Hendrix of the violin. You worked with The Who, Bruce Springsteen, Sheryl Crow, 50 Cent, and a lot more. You formed the Grand Canyon School of Rock. And last time we had you on, you talked about Behind the Curtain, live at Prague Stock, featuring One Foot in the Next Door, The Game of Chicken, and so on and on. And you got a new project, which is called Impostor, featuring Outrage Olympics. We'll play it at the end of the audio interview. And before getting all that, Joe, very quickly, once again, tell us how you got started very quickly.
Well, I mean, how I got started with music, or?
Yeah, very quickly, how'd you get started? Just a simple recap.
I come from a family of musicians, and my dad put a violin in my hand when I was 5, and the rest is history, I guess, in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. Right,
yeah.
Yeah, you keep going here. It looked like you're really rambling here, so keep going.
No, I mean, I started playing when I was 5, classically trained, and then I got really interested in rock and jazz and other styles of music, and discovered the electric violin, and so on and so forth. So.
Mm-hmm. And plus, you also worked with The Who, Bruce Springsteen, Sheryl Crow, 50 Cent, and everything like that. If there's somebody on add on a list, that's fine too. Even Les Paul you worked with.
I got to sit in with Les Paul at the Iridium in 2003.
And he was still playing, believe it or not. Yes.
He was doing his weekly residency there, I think, until his death in 2006. What year did he pass? Do you remember?
I think it was around that time, 2006, 2007, 2008. It was somewhere along those lines. I remember he lived to be like, what was it, 90 or something?
Yeah, mid-90s. Yeah, he was amazing.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he did. And, of course, he also, worked with Kansas as well, too, for a time being before forming your own group. And last time we talked, you had Behind the Curtain live at Prague Stock. And also give us an update on that.
Well, I still work with Kansas. I'm actually in Kentucky doing a show with them tomorrow night. And
nice. Okay.
That band a year and a half ago. We're still on our 50th anniversary tour. So that's happening. And then Stratospheres just came out last month with our new album called Impostor. It's our 6th album. And we're going to be doing a show in Rutherford, New Jersey on December 15th. When I'm done with the Kansas tour, we're celebrating the release with T Club, David Bainbridge, and Randy McStein on the bill. It's going to be a great show. That's December 15th at Williams Center in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. And we'll certainly check that out as well, too. And, give us an update on Behind the Curtain live at Prague Stock. And, give us an update on that. How's it going so far?
That's been really well received. That was out a year and a half ago. And that's a double live album. And you can get it on our website, stratosband.com, STRATOS band.com, or my website, joedviolin.com. You can get the live album and the new album as well. And everywhere where you can stream music, it's available. All our music is available on streaming sites too.
Okay. All right. We'll certainly check that out as well too. And more on Impostor featuring Outrage Olympics. We'll be playing at the end of the audio view with Joe Deninzon of Fast Fierce. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. It's powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has gone great reviews, and Evil Evan enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes, Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for It Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show as well, too. We'll get to more on that. Also, brought to you by Illuminatically, think tank of the future, brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, creating a method to construct a renewable generator. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system, generating more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes, power grids, phones, laptops. This power source is renewable, highly scalable, most importantly, self-regenerating. Visit facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's ELLUMENIPTICAL today. Also, Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Sweet Psalms by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, including 30 exquisite paintings in King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalms gives a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote in his times as a shepherd where it started, and complicated yet turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, hope, and more. Check out the Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by High 10 Music, featuring the smash hit Baby Comeback. New music coming soon. Check it out at high10music.com. Also, take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device, MikeWagnerShow.com. 40 podcast platforms, heard in 100 countries. Subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, BitChute, Rumble as well. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more, and support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here with electric violinist and guitarist for Kansas and the lead singer violinist for Fierce, Joe Deninzon, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And let's talk about your latest release, Impostor, featuring Outrage Olympics. We'll be playing at the end of the audio version. And tell us more about that song.
That song is the first single we released from the album in September. It's got a great response. It's kind of raging against cancel culture, and it's not one-sided. It's kind of criticizes both sides of the spectrum, and it's a fun song with a lot of harmonies, and I look forward to your listeners checking it out because I'm very proud of it.
And what inspired you to write that song?
What
inspired you to write that song?
I think I just I get inspired by observations in society and things that I feel, and sometimes maybe opinions that might not be too popular, or something that I feel needs to be said that hasn't been said. And I try not to be too specific about it. I let people interpret the music and the lyrics they want to. So.
Especially based on the event, and hopefully you don't become a victim of cancel culture. That's what I'm hoping for. It's not to be.
Yeah, I think the idea behind it, the video is interesting. It's the idea of surveillance, that we live in a surveillance state. We're surveilled by the government. We're also surveilling each other and ratting on each other. And something you say or do can be misconstrued, even if it's got good intentions, and your life could be ruined by accident. We live in this kind of Orwellian world right now. And the song has references to George Orwell and Aldous Huxley. And it's kind of, it's like the dystopian present. And in the video, there's a lot of imagery of cameras and eyeballs, and we're kind of being chased around by these eyes that are on murals and walls that are moving and following us around. And it's a really trippy video. It's a lot of fun.
It reminds me of 1984 as well, too. I read that book. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel like we're kind of living it.
You
Yeah.
never know. I mean, you're in a hotel room in Kentucky, and it's like, never know. There could be a camera watching you. You never know.
Oh, I mean, our phones are watching us. I think this camera right now is what the computer is spying on. There's spyware in all our devices. It's
Uh-oh.
actually
I think I'm in trouble. Hi, are you watching us? Are you watching
there's
us?
a
Hello.
there's a new documentary on HBO called Surveilled, which talks about that. I just found out about it recently. So
Oh my gosh, I
yeah.
think we'll all have to check it out. A lot of great stuff you can find online as long as nobody else is watching. Plus, you got Chasing the Dragon as well, too. And tell us more about that one.
That's a 12-minute mini rock opera that I co-wrote with our drummer Jason Gianni, my friend and brother Jason, and he came up with the initial musical themes from a minute and a half, and it turned into this giant mini rock opera. It's kind of poking fun of middle-aged musicians chasing childhood dreams of rock stardom. I call it my midlife crisis song. It's a little tongue-in-cheek, but also dark. And another topic I haven't heard anyone sing about really. It's kind of about me and my friends, and in the embodiment of a fictional character that's kind of the main character in the story. So it also features Chloe Lowry, a great singer from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, as his love interest in the story. So it closes the album. It's very epic. I think there were like 200 tracks, and it took us 2 years to work on that song. We work slow, but we also there's a lot going on in our music. So I
Hmm.
love the idea of working on this massive project, and just kind of that the feeling of anticipation, before you release it to the world and people experience it. It's a really fun feeling, and that was working on this whole record. It took us 5 years
Oh
between.
my goodness. Yeah. And that's well worth it, too. It's almost like shorter than Boston, practically, but well worth it.
Well, we were also juggling a lot. We're all fathers, and we all have other gigs that we do. And I started working with Kansas. That kept me very busy. And we were also working on the live record while we were working on the studio record. So there was a lot going on at the same time. But we,
Oh
we
my,
finally got it done.
oh
So
my gosh. Yes. It's like you're bouncing from Dust in the Wind to Outrage Olympics and everything else.
yeah,
And of course, you guys keep going and going and going and going. And it's what, 50 years for Kansas? That was amazing.
yeah. I joined the band for their 50th anniversary tour. I've done 108 shows with them so far,
Wow.
and the tour winds down December 11th in Pittsburgh. Then we have a month off, and then we do more touring next year. We have a lot of shows coming up. And in between that, I still keep Stratusferius going just because it's something I love to do. It's my passion project. And hopefully we'll still put out music and do shows whenever we can. So,
Hmm. And
you know.
plus, you got more to the Impostor release as well, too. Cognitive dissonance. And tell us more about that.
Yeah, that's kind of talks about how, innocent kids, we're all born with a clean slate, and we just want to be friends and play with each other. And our elders teach us the weight of history and how we're supposed to hate each other. That the idea that hatred is taught, whether it's
Oh,
racial,
that's
political, or religious. So it's kind of those themes, and it features Randy McStein on co-lead vocals. Randy's a good friend of the band, and also the guitarist with Porcupine Tree and Steven Wilson. So we have a lot of special guests on this record too. So
that
as
is that is
yeah.
something. Yes, and plus you had Storm Surge, Frame by Frame, which makes me think of King Crimson song, Adrian
Yeah.
Blue, and also Tripping the Merry-Go-Round. I like those.
Trip of the Merry-Go-Round, the concept is if Gentle Giant wrote Eleanor Rigby. It's got very Gentle Giant influenced vocal motets and harmonies, counterpoint, and it's got a chamber ensemble like in Eleanor Rigby. And it's a little 2-minute song that I wrote about relationships. And the title was inspired by a lyric from a Springsteen song, actually.
Got it. Okay, and then you also had Voodoo Vortex, which you broke down to a number of sections.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a 3 movement suite, instrumental suite, and we took out the second movement. And what I originally wanted to be part two, coming out of part one, Jason suggested having it be the intro to the whole album because it just works really well as this introduction. And we still called it part two just to be wacky. But it's the part one is uh, the main song, and it's kind of a tribute, tip of the hat to the great electric violinists of the 70s and 80s who influenced me, like Jean-Luc Ponty, Jerry Goodman, Michael Urbaniak, D.D. Lockwood, Eddie Jobson, all those guys, So it has that kind of retro 70s feel. And it's the only instrumental track. Part one and part two are the only instrumental tracks on the album.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
we
I'm
might
sorry.
have more Voodoo Vortexes on other albums. We'll see.
Oh, that's great. Well, speaking of other albums, tell us what's coming up for you in 2025 and beyond for you guys.
Well, I'm kind of going back to the cave and writing a lot. We'll see where it goes, but I'm getting back into writing mode because I've been too busy to come up with stuff in the last few months. But going to do that. And I have an electric violin concerto I've been wanting to record for a long time. I've had it for 10 years. I never recorded it, so I'm hoping to start working on that too. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll release anything this year. I'm just going to be kind of in the studio, working on new music, and whenever it's ready, it's ready.
That sounds great, and we're looking forward to it. And where can we find your latest and all your releases at?
I'll tell the website again. It's joedviolin.com or stratosband.com, STRATOS band.com. And we're also on the label 7D Media. That's 7, the letter D, media.com.
All right. Well, certainly check those out. Once again, with Joe Deninzon of Stratospheres from the Mike Wagner Show with Impostor. And a very big thank you for your time. And always keep us up to date. We're looking forward to having you back on. And once again, what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music, especially the latest?
Yeah, well, it's the websites I just mentioned, joedviolin.com and stratosband.com. And I'm also going to do one more shout out. Our big show, December 15th at Rutherford, New Jersey, and you could live stream it if you don't live in the Jersey, New York area. It's progstock.com. You can see the ticket links. Sorry, hold on. Let me put it in the URL. You could cut this part out. Progstock, PROGSTOCK .simpletix.com. And it's also on our website. As soon as you see the website, you'll see the link to get tickets for that show, December 15th.
All right. Well, make sure everybody gets that. Make sure everybody streams it. Once again, Joe, very thank you for your time. It's always great to have you on. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. We wish you all the best. And Joe, you definitely have a great future ahead of you, and you're welcome to come back anytime.
Rock on, Mike. Thank you so much. And thanks to your listeners for tuning in.